This is Chapter 15, The Council Strikes Back, from a story called The Immortals Society, written by Anonymous. The calm after the ravine escape was brief. The Shadow Council, furious at the loss of control, convened once more in the depths of the Society's headquarters. This is no longer a minor disruption, the chairwoman declared. Jack Rowan has challenged us and survived. The Council will act decisively. Maps projected on the chamber walls showed the lake, the ravine, and surrounding territories. Every detail had been analyzed. Operatives were being deployed in waves, each one faster, smarter, and more relentless than the last. The Council's message was clear. Mortals who defy the Society are to be eliminated or reclaimed at any cost. Back at the lake, Jack noticed subtle shifts in the environment. Crows circling overhead in patterns that felt deliberate. The forest floor littered with broken twigs, forming strange, unnatural lines. A faint mechanical hum in the distance, like a whisper of a drone. "They're mobilizing," Jack whispered, scanning the horizon. Charlie, brushing wet leaves from her coat, nodded. "We knew this was coming, but it's bigger than before." Elias, crouched beside a map etched into the cave wall, grimaced. The Council doesn't strike without strategy. They've combined surveillance with hunters, and they're pulling in resources from multiple continents. Mortals who run alone don't survive this. Jack clenched his fist. "We're not alone. We have allies. We know the terrain, and we know their weaknesses. That has to count for something." Elias gave a faint smile. "It does, but only if we act smart." Over the next days, Jack, Charlie, and Elias contacted trusted members of the Hidden Mortal Network. Using encrypted messages and secret routes, they coordinated safe zones, diversion tactics, and supply drops. Charlie watched Jack plan, impressed and worried. "Do you think the network is enough?" Jack shook his head. "I don't know, but it's the only chance we have. Mortals survive because we adapt, because we work together. And the Society doesn't anticipate that kind of thinking." Elias added, "We're not just surviving, we're sending a message. Mortals can resist, and resistance is contagious." The Council's operatives struck just before dawn, moving through the forest with deadly precision. But Jack had predicted their approach. Hidden traps delayed their advance, false trails, camouflage pits, and misleading markers. Jack, Charlie, and Elias observed from high ground, guiding allies in the network to engage and confuse the operatives further. Charlie's heart raced as an operative nearly spotted her. She dove behind a fallen log, whispering Jack's name. He reached her instantly, and together they moved silently, unseen. "This is it," Jack whispered. "They won't expect the second layer. We turn the hunt into a maze they can't escape." Using the knowledge from the stolen files and Elias's experience, they forced the operatives into a narrow canyon where natural traps slowed them, and the mortal network blocked escape routes. Smoke, controlled landslides, and decoys created chaos, confusing the immortals. Charlie watched in awe as Jack coordinated every move, anticipating the Society's strategies. "You're incredible," she whispered. Jack shook his head, catching his breath. "We survive because we work together. That's the difference. They underestimate the human mind. They forget mortality sharpens it." Elias grinned faintly, "And every mistake they make strengthens our position." After the battle, Jack left a single, clear warning. A black feather, the symbol of the Council itself, pinned to a rock near their escape route, with a note written in Charlie's careful handwriting. "Mortals are not powerless. We choose life, we choose freedom, and we will fight." The Council would see it. The message was simple, clear, and provocative. Charlie held Jack's hand as they watched the sunrise over the valley. "We did it. We actually did it." Jack nodded, heart racing. "Yes, but the Council will respond. Harder, smarter, faster." Elias placed a hand on Jack's shoulder. "And when they do, we'll be ready." Jack gazed at Charlie, the weight of their mortal lives pressing upon him. "Whatever comes next, we face it together." The wind whispered through the forest, carrying the scent of smoke and rain. Somewhere in the distance, the Shadow Council was already planning their next move. But Jack and Charlie were no longer mere mortals hiding in fear. They were a force, cunning, relentless, and bound by love. They knew they could fight the Immortals on their own terms. That was Chapter 15, The Council Strikes Back, from a story called The Immortals Society, written by Anonymous. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you again next time.